Hi, this is Mary Orland. This is my WineFashionista. Let's open that older vintage and see what happens. I can't guarantee if the wine is any good, if it's sound, if it's still tasting good, but maybe it's great. That's part of the fun. So today I have a Picchetti Winery Zinfandel 1998. Picchetti Winery is on Montebello Road in Cupertino. It's just set below the famous Ridge Vineyards in Cupertino. Now, the Picchetti Winery is very historic. They started in 1872, and the Picchetti brothers started the winery, and they named that mountain ridge in the Santa Cruz Mountains Montebello. Of course, Ridge now claims that name for their Bordeaux blend, but the the winery is still there. It operated for 72 years, but then it closed. But in 1997-98, a woman named Leslie Pantling came and rescued the winery. She reopened it and reestablished it under the Picchetti name. So let's see, this wine is not from the Montebello area. It's from Santa Clara Valley, which is just south and east of the Santa Cruz Mountains appellation, but another very important and historic growing region in the Northern California. So I've got my Durand corkscrew, and we're going to give this a try. So with older vintages, people always think, oh, you're going to lay down the wine, it's going to be better. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Sometimes you might miss that perfect drinking window, but you also need to understand what an older vintage wine tastes like. The fruit will fade, especially in the reds. They become more dried fruits, and then we have what they call secondary and tertiary flavors, herbs, dried herbs, leather, things like that. So, well, the cork is coming out really easily, so that's always a good sign to me. So let's see, I can actually smell it, and that's a really good sign. Wow, so there's hope for this wine. So let's give it a pour. So the color is brickish red, which you would expect. This wine is, let's see, 1998, so it's 20-something years old. Oh, wow. Oh, that's smelling fantastic. This wine is definitely in great shape. Oh, it's really, it's still fruity. Can you believe this? It's got it, but it's dried fruit, let me say that. There's lots of blackberry. Fantastic, wow. I'm super excited to try it, but the aromatics are just leaping out of the glass. It's like we've awakened something from its slumber. This is really exciting. Okay, so let's give it a taste. You know, it's definitely got a lot of the dried fruit character, and dried blackberry, dried black plum, lots of licorice, black licorice anise. But it's super smooth and velvety in texture. This is such a delight. I'm so excited. I love it when I open older wine and it is still so alive. One cool thing about these labels, they're still done this way. They are silk screened, and this is, I believe, 18 karat gold on the label. So you'll still see the labels like this. When you go visit the winery in Cupertino, there's wild peacocks, and so there's a soundtrack with the wines. But cheers to Picchetti. This wine is fantastic.